Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, here in my home state, West Virginia, drug capital of the world now, they're looking at legalizing medical marijuana. Now, let me just tell you, West Virginia has a very big drug epidemic, okay? Very big problem here. Heroin, meth, all this stuff. Heroin's a big one. It's a massive problem in this state, okay? Well, what we're now being told, including opioid abuse, okay? But what we're now being told is that the solution to solving our drug problems is legalizing more drugs. We're going to legalize pot. That's what they're going for now, medical marijuana. But see, here's the thing. They're talking about how this isn't recreational. However, people who are given a prescription for this, according to a genius amendment that was added by our beloved Senator Robert Karnes, actually represents me, and I know the guy. He's made it so if you have a prescription, you can grow up to 2 marijuana plants. So your neighbor can be growing it right beside of you. And you mean to tell me that people aren't going to just walk over and steal those plants if they really want it bad enough? Yeah. So you're going to see more of that, more accessibility. Basically, what we're going to see take place with this is that people are going to be growing marijuana legally and then illegally distributing it without to people without prescriptions. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. So in other words, they'll be growing it legally, but they'll be illegally distributing it to people without prescriptions. So basically, that just gives them the legality to grow the plant, which makes it easier on them to distribute it because they can grow it, right at their own place, up to 2 anyway, 2 visible. But I tell you, it's just makes me so absolutely mad. And these people don't use any ounce of sense either. It's just, well, okay, we're going to legalize it for the heck of it because it's such a wonderful plant. They recognize this thing as being like a plant god. It solves all of our problems. That's typically what potheads do. It's so great. It's so wonderful. It'll solve everything. It'll solve our financial problems. It'll solve our opioid addiction problems because drugs solve other drug problems. We have all these other different things that it will solve. Oh, it's such a god. This is the West Virginia God that we need to come in and fix everything. Every single thing, every single issue that we have in this state can be fixed by weed. That's literally what we're being told by these people. It's the most insane argument that I've ever heard that can be so easily debunked, and that is exactly what we are going to do. Okay? It passed our state Senate 28-6. We have 28 inbreds in the state Senate that voted in support of this, and 6 that voted against it. That's literally what we have going on here. The West Virginia legislature is considering a bill now, and this is in the House of Delegates, to legalize medical marijuana. Now, one other thing that's important to point out is that it's still federally illegal. Okay? Federal law deems the drug as illegal. The DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, addressed the matter in August of 2016. Marijuana remains as a Schedule I substance, and that's under the Controlled Substances Act. Substances in Schedule I are determined by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, to have no medical use. If West Virginia legalizes medical marijuana, they will be in defiance of federal law. So here's another question that I have to ask you. If there are any legal expenses that we have to cover to maintain that marijuana is legal, are we prepared to financially afford that? Because we're already in debt all the way up to our eyeballs. And then on top of that, you also have the cost of legalization. That's another important factor to consider. If we go over to Colorado, what they ended up finding in Colorado through recreational marijuana is that all the money that came in actually was supposed to go to the educational system, but instead it was distributed to the cost of legalization. So in other words, they had factors that they had to fund pertaining to the cost of legalization, the expenses that go along with legalization, that money actually went toward rather than the educational system, which is what the politicians told the people that the money was going to go. Okay, now here's the thing. According to the Rocky Mountain HIDA report, okay, it said in October 16th of 2016, traffic fatalities increased 62%. That's in Colorado. The report found that 77% of Colorado's DUIs involved pot in 2015. Now, here's what I was talking about earlier. Denver's Fox 41 affiliate, KDVR, reported that schools were promised $40 million in marijuana taxes, but gained nothing due to funds being involuntarily distributed to the cost of legalization. In an interview with the Huffington Post, Department Director of the Colorado Governor's Office of Marijuana Coordination, J. Schuyler McKinley, expressed this reality. And this is what he said. Every dime we bring in from legalization is dedicated to the cost of legalization. He said, the big lesson we tell other states is that you probably shouldn't legalize marijuana if you want to make money. That's not why you do it. So here's the thing, guys. They were saying, oh, well, it's going to solve our financial problems. We're going to get so much money from this. In the state of West Virginia, they do not tax prescription medication. So West Virginia isn't going to benefit monetarily from this. They don't make any money from it. So in other words, what that means is that West Virginia will have a cost of legalization for legalizing medical marijuana, and we will not have any financial benefit from this because prescriptions are not taxed, which means that we will have an additional financial burden without a tax to combat the cost of legalization. So it's actually going to cost us more money rather than help us. And then we're going to have an entire committee formed too to deal with marijuana, which there's more money going to the committee. So in other words, we're bringing on another expense for ourselves that we do not need. But are they considering that? No, because we want to get high. All the delegates are potheads, or senators, I should say. I hope the delegates have some more sense in the Senate. But we'll see. They're going to be voting upon it, expected next week. Thank God for Tim Armstead, the House Speaker. He's the only one that's really putting up a huge fight with this. But we have the University of Texas in Dallas. Brain connectivity erodes after 6 years. According to a study by the Center for Brain Health at the University of Texas in Dallas, after about 6 or 7 years, brain connectivity and integrity begin to erode by smoking marijuana. According to the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, you have an increased risk of testicular cancer, schizophrenia, social anxiety disorder, worsened bipolar disease, suicidal thoughts, heart attacks, impairment, bronchitis, and pregnancy issues. That was according to a report from NBC News on the National Academy of Sciences that was found pertaining to all the side effects of marijuana. You have University of Washington. Marijuana smoke is carcinogenic. It is also found to weaken the immune system, according to a study from the University of South Carolina. Federal Advisory Panel found that you have an increased risk of schizophrenia and heart attacks. That's according to an article in the Daily Mail. You have the American Lung Association said that marijuana smoke is carcinogenic, leads to chronic bronchitis. You have the American Chemical Society. Heavy metals found in marijuana smoke. Heavy metals include arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury, etc. You have hydrogen cyanide. Ammonia was found. You have polyclinic aromatic hydrocarbons, you have all these various carcinogens that are found in marijuana smoke. But yet, we're not going to focus on that, right? You have the New England Journal of Medicine. Marijuana contains 4 more times tar than cigarettes. You have the University of California. Marijuana contains 4 times more tar than cigarettes. So, I mean, guys, we have American University. Marijuana smoke is carcinogenic. I mean, we can go on and on and on here. Washington State marijuana statistics. Fatal driving accidents have increased 122% from 2010 to 2014 following the legalization of marijuana. 32,059 grams of illegally possessed marijuana were seized during the first 9 months of 2015 off highways and interstates across Washington following legalization. You have marijuana being a fat soluble. They always say that, well, you know, it's far less, harmful than alcohol. Well, according to facts, alcohol wears off within a 24-hour period. Marijuana lasts in your system for a minimum of 3 weeks. It can go to months. And the reason why is because it is a fat soluble, meaning that when you smoke it, it is stored in your fat for a minimum of 3 weeks. Okay? And it also alters your way of thinking. It is a psychoactive drug. Now, we don't have that with cigarettes. Okay? We don't have that with caffeine. But marijuana is a psychoactive drug. Now, if you want to take the CBD component out of it and put that into an oil, then we can talk about that. You can have an argument about that. You're still going to have some of the same effects, but a lot of this comes from the plant itself. A lot of it comes from THC. But we don't want to talk about that. No, we're not going to discuss facts because all this stuff is just provided by the big pharmaceutical companies. That's what's behind all this. Well, all right, fine. Let's start calling it big weed. You have all the potheads that are so potted out of their mind that they don't even know what's going on, that completely reject all facts. It's insane. You can't tell these people anything because they're so darn high that they completely ignore anything that you present to them that is worth any ounce of credibility. What do they base their opinions upon? It makes me feel good. It makes me feel high. Whoo! That's literally their argument. It makes me feel good. Completely ignore all the scientific information. Completely ignore all the health studies from dozens of credible organizations. Doesn't matter. It gets you high. If they weren't interested in the high, then they wouldn't be legalizing marijuana. They would be developing, they would be allowing CBD to be used in oil. If they're going to say that treats epilepsy, all right, CBD, that component is non-psychoactive. So, okay. Or, hey, what about Marinol? Marinol pills. All right, let's take that. People take that in states where this is okay, to deal with vomiting and nausea and stuff like that that comes from the chemotherapy. All right, fine. Take Marinol pills if you want the health effects, if you want the health benefits from this. But no, why? Because they want to get high. They want to get on their little Rocky Mountain high, and that's the only reason why they are pushing forward with this bill. It's because this is just the next step from recreational marijuana. And this Senator Richard Ojeda, a.k.a. Senator Pothead, is going to probably be advocating in the future for recreational marijuana. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I have some audio bits I want to play for you in the next segment from this Richard Ojeda guy, Democrat from Logan County, which, I'm just saying, Southern West Virginia has a much bigger drug problem than we have up here. Because, we have a drug problem too, but drugs are pretty darn bad down in the southern part of the state. So, they keep saying that a lot of these politicians that are opposing medical marijuana, a lot of these politicians that oppose marijuana in general are somehow being funded by the big pharma companies. That's what they're saying. That's a garbage that they're saying. I was... Just by me talking about this, they're saying, oh yeah, the big pharma companies are giving you a paycheck. I want to see your son in your paycheck. That's the paranoia that goes along with marijuana, by the way. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And you can't tell these people anything. You can't tell them facts. You can't tell them that from what a lot of these plants are grown in. There are heavy metals that are included in them, where you have things like mercury. I can go on and on. Arsenic. You have lead. You have cadmium. But they don't want to talk about that. Why? Because they don't want to hear facts. All that they want is to get high. When someone is addicted to something and they are obsessed with something, you can tell them all the facts in the world, but they're not going to believe you. Why? Because they want to get high. They want to smoke pot.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
How would you love to use a software that can boost startups and growth? You can get more customers, sell more, spend less, and understand accounting language with this ultimate all-in-one inbound marketing and management software for your small business. Join the crowdfunding campaign. Just visit appy.la and see why this program is a must. For just $97, you can get lifetime access to our complete business software. Join today at appy.la. That's appy.la.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger.
Somebody had to say it.
I smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more.
Marijuana is not addictive. Smoke 2 joints in the morning, smoke 2 joints at night. Smoke 2 joints in the afternoon makes me feel all right. Yeah, smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke some more. Yeah, that's not addictive. That doesn't sound like an addiction. No. Marijuana is not addictive. Bull. And then that's another thing, guys. I mean, remember that article? Some of you may have even heard it, that don't live in West Virginia. But there's an article on CNN. West Virginia City had 27 heroin overdoses in 4 hours. That was reported from CNN. There were 27 heroin overdoses within a 24-hour period, including 1 death in Huntington, West Virginia, southern part of the state, near Logan County, just a little bit away. And that's the thing. According to the CDC, Center for Disease Control, marijuana users are 3 times more likely to become addicted to heroin. But don't tell that to Richard Ojeda from the Logan County senatorial area, because, I mean, guys, he's so bombed out of his mind on this stuff. Go ahead and listen to this. This is Senator Richard Ojeda from Logan County's 7th senatorial district. Go ahead and listen.
I will tell you that I'm starting to really see that there is a dictatorship, not a democracy right now that's going on.
So that's what he's saying. There's a dictatorship taking place. This is the guy that is the head sponsor of the weed bill that wants to get everybody high. Okay, so he's saying that there's a dictatorship going on. There's a dictatorship going on in the state legislature. Why?
There's people that do not want this, but they don't want it because of their own personal feelings and beliefs.
Oh, really? So you mean to tell me that the reason why you want this is not because of your own personal feelings and beliefs? Senator Pothead, is that what you're telling me? Because every single thing that you mentioned in your little video segments are not composed of any scientific studies, of any facts, of any information, other than, pot makes me feel good. It helps me with pain. I mean, that's literally what you're saying. And if you want to talk about CBD oil and you're talking about epilepsy and things like that, okay, then talk about that. But no, you're talking about a psychoactive substance that you're wanting to put people on. A substance known for having negative health issues. And you're saying, oh, no, all that stuff is false. That's big pharma. They don't know what they're talking about. It's really easy to just completely deny facts if all the organizations that provide facts you discredit. Because that's basically what he's doing. He's saying all these organizations out there providing these studies and research and information, they are all they're all with big pharma. They're all working for the multi pharmaceutical complex that is taking over the United States. I don't like a lot of the stuff that some pharmaceutical companies put out there, but the thing is that you're discrediting credible information that is widely accepted across the scientific community as having harmful effects. There are carcinogens in marijuana smoke. That is a fact, okay? Many of the same carcinogens found in tobacco smoke. That is a fact. Marijuana is fat soluble, meaning that it stays in your system for a minimum of 3 weeks, can go into months. Why? Because it stores itself in the fat. Unlike alcohol, which leaves your body within a 24-hour period. So, and it's not tobacco is not psychoactive. Marijuana is. Keep playing it.
It is not a gateway drug.
Really?
Like I said, if it is a gateway drug, it's a gateway out of opioid addiction.
That is so funny. It's not a gateway drug. All right, Mr. Senator Pothead, go to a rehab facility and ask those people who are in that facility if they smoked marijuana before they went on to things like heroin, before they went on to things like coke. Every single one of them will tell you that marijuana was the first drug that they did. It was the first drug that they did. Okay? Because that introduces them to the drug culture. CDC reports that marijuana users are 3 times more likely to become addicted to heroin. We have a heroin epidemic in West Virginia. In Huntington, West Virginia, you had 27 people that overdosed on heroin last year within a 24-hour period. Or, excuse me, not a 24-hour period, a 4-hour period. So, it is a gateway drug. I have several friends personally that I know, that I care about, that I've grown up with, that have gotten on marijuana, and they go on to harder substances. Not everyone who smokes weed goes on to harder substances, but most people who are on harder substances were on weed just prior to their experimentation with those harder substances. So keep playing it. Here we have Richard Ojeda, a.k.a. Senator Pothead.
One of the bills that they're trying to do is to say, or the amendments, they're trying to say that if you are issued a medicinal marijuana card, you can't own a firearm, which is absolutely ludicrous. Do you take people's weapons that have Oxycontin?
So, see, that's another thing, all right? Federal law, if you smoke it, you can't have a firearm. So, no, that's not something that they're trying to pass. That's the way that it presently is now. That is a federal form that they have to fill out. So, apparently you are overwhelmingly uneducated on this. Keep playing. This is another thing.
So I don't care, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to play no games anymore.
Okay.
The time of being nice is almost at an end. They're going to kill a bill that is meant to help people.
Meant to help people. All right. So let's look at all the side effects of marijuana, since it's supposed to help so many people, right? Okay, let's look. And these are all from various studies that have been conducted by universities, by national health organizations. You have side effects of marijuana include schizophrenia, paranoia, social anxiety disorders, raises the risk of depression, thoughts of suicide, worsens symptoms of bipolar disease. Learning, memory, and attention are impaired, even potentially following marijuana usage. Other causes of psychosis, chronic bronchitis, myocardial infarctions, carcinogens through the smoke. Raises the risk of testicular cancer. This information can be found in studies from the University of Texas in Dallas, University of Washington, National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine, National Institute of Mental Health, and the U.S. National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health. But no, it doesn't cause any negative health effects, right? This is all totally for your benefit. So keep playing it here.
I want as many people as possible to come to the Capitol. We're going to be in the Capitol tomorrow. Be there all week. Come there Sunday.
Okay. So he's going to be there all week. And by the way, tomorrow, this was published on the 31st on his little Facebook page. Imagine he was surprising. He was, not high enough to post it. But, he was, he was in the Capitol on April 1st, so that's a perfect date for him.
The time is we're done sitting here waiting on people to do what they wanted. This isn't their show. We are all actors.
Yes, you are.
That are supposed to follow a script. Written by the people of West Virginia. And we don't get to go off script. And that's exactly what they're trying to do when the majority of people in the state of West Virginia are definitely in support of medicinal marijuana.
Okay, so here's the thing, Senator Pothead. Where are you getting that the majority of people in West Virginia are in support of it? That most of West Virginia is on drugs? No. I mean, seriously, where are you getting that? There hasn't been any poll of the people of West Virginia, so you don't know that. If you really want to do something, then put it up for a vote. But no, you can't say that because we don't know. We don't have the research to back it up.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had
All right,
to
ladies
say
and
it.
gentlemen, I tell you, that adds a new name to Rocky Mountain High, doesn't it? I tell you, this stuff is just absolutely crazy. I'm going to get back to Senator Pothead here. Richard Ojeda, 7th District of Logan County. Because he's spewing off all this garbage that he doesn't know anything about. And all he's saying is that because I like to get high, it should be legal. That's basically it. And because I like it, it's healthy. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And we have countless people across our state that is suffering from Crohn's disease, from multiple types of cancers.
Oh, okay, freeze. If we're going to say multiple types of cancers, then yeah, let's go to Marinol pills. Okay? If you think that helps so much, let's go to Marinol pills. No. Why are we not doing that? Because you want to smoke it to get high. That's why you want it legal, to get high.
From multiple sclerosis, from Parkinson's disease, from Alzheimer's disease, from, it's there, PTSD. And
okay, freeze. All right? For a lot of the stuff that he's talking about, Parkinson's disease and that kind of stuff, research shows that it might not help. Okay? A lot of research out there says that it does not help. That was actually recognized as being a myth. The study from the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine stated that there is not enough evidence to show if cannabis helps ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, Parkinson's disease, or Huntington's disease. That's from the report from the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine. So that's a lie coming from your mouth, saying that it helps. No, studies show that it does not help. Okay? And then we're going to say, what, it helps people with PTSD, a psychological condition. Marijuana has been proven to increase the risk of developing schizophrenia, other psychoses, social anxiety disorders. But yet you're saying that taking a drug that can cause people to develop different forms of psychological disorders will help a psychological disorder? Are you that psychologically messed up? That's literally what we're being told. The answer to fixing West Virginia's drug problem is, no, more drugs. That's the idiots that we have in Charleston. That's why they can't even put a budget together. They're dumb. They literally are so out of their... A lot of them are probably potheads themselves, to be honest with you. And then they're going to go along with this and pass it. Yeah, right. Whatever. Keep playing it. He's not done. And by the way, someone needs to tell him to stop taking videos from below the crotch, because it really looks weird.
And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. PTSD isn't just soldiers and the things that soldiers see while in combat. PTSD is the woman that got in a horrific car crash, and there were people in the car with her that didn't make it.
Oh.
PTSD is the person that was at their home, and all of a sudden 3 robbers broke through and did horrific things while they were in their house. PTSD affects thousands upon thousands of people. And you know what? Let's give them the ability to have an avenue to get away from the pain, to get away from the suffering that they live every single day.
So basically what you're saying is that weed is the answer for everything. It doesn't matter if it's, somebody breaks into your house. Let's smoke weed. I smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel all right. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints. And then I smoke 2 more. I tell you, these people are insane, and they're making our culture insane. What an absolute pot-headed imbecile. And you people in Logan County voted for him. A guy that doesn't base any of his opinions on factual information, upon research, but upon the testimonies of potheads that say, getting high makes me feel good. Are you people that inept? Wake up. They're getting you high so you completely lose your mind. It erodes your brain, connectivity, and integrity after 6 years. It's research. It is substantial information. And you guys just completely ignore it. It doesn't exist. It's the big pharmaceutical companies. And that's another thing. We have a study here that says that marijuana increases paranoia. This is from The Guardian. Cannabis really can trigger paranoia. The latest study, and this was published a little back in 2014, so a few years ago, but a study found that paranoia and some of the components of the psychoactive cannabis suggest that it can cause paranoia in vulnerable individuals. That's why all of them think that the big pharmaceutical company is out to get them. They're just a person on my Facebook page. You want to give you an example of this? There's a person on my Facebook page accusing me of being paid by the big pharmaceutical companies because I oppose marijuana. They think that everybody is out to get them. It is a drug that gives you psychological conditions. But yet we're saying that that is going to be used to treat PTSD, a psychological condition? Are you psychologically insane? That is literally what we are being told by these absolute imbeciles that have blown their minds out, that have fried their brains on pot. This is so absolutely ridiculous. But Senator Pothead isn't done.
I'm going to continue doing this every day until this bill is passed. And once again, I'm going to continue doing this every week. Just to open up that two-way line of communication. I refuse to be like those before me who went down there and just did exactly what they wanted to do. Because once again, it's not the Ojeda Show.
It is the Ojeda Show. It is the Ojeda. You want legalized pot. Don't make it out like you're doing this because other people do it. I guarantee, I would put money on you doing smoke. I can't say it because I'm not going to go there, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm just going to say this. He has the pot paraphernalia, the lapel pin. I have several people that I've grown up with, been friends, that now smoke pot, and they have all of the marijuana paraphernalia too. Love them to death, but care about them, would go out of my way to do anything for him, but I know the look, and he's got it. So that's what I'm just saying. And it really would not surprise me if the next year he fights for recreational marijuana, because he has the look. He has the look that they have. So, but keep playing it. He's
be
got
there
anything.
Standing at that front door of the House chambers and let everybody who walks in knows we support medicinal marijuana. And I guarantee you, it's probably going to be on the topic of conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, fill them galleries up.
Fill them up.
And you keep your eyes on what's going on.
You better believe it.
Once again, it's not their show. It's your show.
It's your show. That's the problem, you pot-headed imbecile. This isn't a show. This is the future of our state that is going to drugs because of imbeciles like you. We have a drug problem. We have a drug epidemic, and you're saying that the answer to the I can't even talk now. The drug epidemic is more drugs. Are you that fried out of your brain? If you're that fried, get out of the legislature. You're mentally incompetent. I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of drugs. I'm tired of pot. I'm tired of the society literally going down the sewer because we elect leaders like Senator Pothead. And then people say, oh, isn't he smart? He doesn't base any of his opinions upon statistical information. It's all based upon the testimonies of fellow potheads. But yet we're supposed to take this guy's word. If you weren't concerned about getting high, then take CBD oil. If you weren't concerned about getting high, take Marinol pills. But they're not doing that. You know why? It's because they want to smoke the joint and smoke two more and smoke however many because they want to get the high. This is solely being used as a justification to get high, to where marijuana solves all of the problems. Every problem that you may have. It solves all the problems. And that's simply solely a justification for people to get high. That's what addicts do. It makes me feel great. It solves everything. It answers all my problems. This guy, guarantee you he smokes. I'm sorry, but I'm if not, and I'll put it this way, I guarantee you this guy will be the first person to get a prescription for medical weed.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Highway to Hell on Christian Talk Radio. This is the only show where you'll find it, because we are literally on a highway to hell. Very accurate assessment. We're on a highway to hell. Everything evil is being promoted. Isn't that what it says in Isaiah? Woe to you who call evil good and good evil. People will develop their own perceptions of right versus wrong in 2 Timothy. It's happening. But anyway, I'm going to give you some numbers here. For those of you that I have convinced that marijuana is not good, considering all the side effects that we just went over, from the very credible health organizations, I mean, American Lung Association, I mean, I can go on, American Lung Association, marijuana smoke is carcinogenic, leads to chronic bronchitis. I can go on and on and on and on here. If you believe that stuff and, you take the side of facts, I mean, if you're going to debate me on non-psychoactive components of the weed, then we can do that. But when you're talking about the psychoactive components and actually smoking it to get high, or actually smoking the substance, no, smoking something is not a good way of treatment, okay? If you're smoking it, it's very bad. It goes into your lungs, and you're inhaling those carcinogens into your lungs, okay? And it can cause testicular cancer in men. Women, if you have a child and you're smoking when you're pregnant, it can cause that child to be underweight. I mean, we can go on and on. But anyway, here's the thing. If you are in Ohio County, I want you to call your delegate here. Ohio County, his name is Sean Flaharty. Flaharty? I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a Democrat. Hopefully he's on our side. I doubt it. He's a Democrat. But anyway, call him. His number is 304-340-3270. That is 304-340-3270. 304-340-3270. All right, now we're going to go to the next one. This is in Marshall County. We have 304-340-3111. That is for Michael T. Farrow, Democrat, from Marshall County. And he's a whip, so he's probably in support of it. But it's Michael T. Farrow, F-E-R-R-O. His phone number is 304-340-3111. 304-340-3111. Now we're going to go to Tim Armstead. He's against marijuana. Call him, let him know that you're against it too. 304-340-3210. 304-340-3210. That's 304-340-3210. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I'm fed up with it. West Virginia has a drug problem, and if we want to end the drug problem, the solution is not legalizing more drugs. Okay? That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. People are going to be able to grow it in their yard right beside of them. It's going to be pretty much unregulated. But that's literally what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a bunch of reprobates that don't know the difference between right versus wrong. And there are representatives. I'm disgusted with it. I'm fed up. I'm tired of it. It makes me so absolutely disgusted, ladies and gentlemen. But that's literally what we're dealing with. We are dealing with people that are making bad decisions, that are ignorant, that have no desire to be informed. And I'm going to go ahead and give you Bill Hamilton's number. Those of you who are my fellow constituents or fellow friends in Upshur County. Bill Hamilton. His number is 304-340-3167. 304-340-3167. All you guys can bug him too. He needs to be bugged. I know Bill. And he's being an idiot right now. 304-340-3167. 304-340-3167. Bill Hamilton, Assistant Majority Whip for Upshur County. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us. My blood pressure is probably high. Whatever. I want to thank you for listening to us. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerprogram.com. For the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you. God bless. May God save West Virginia.